Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'm so sorry. We have a major storm going on here, and it knocked my internet out completely. I think I was talking about, at that point, I was talking about how I retired from nursing and how my son was grown, and how I didn't feel like I had a purpose in life anymore to do anything. And so this happened March 28th, 2019. Hello, thank you for coming back. I'm so sorry, you guys, about the storm. The winds here are like tornadoes. So I wanted to at least come back and let you guys know, one, I'm okay. I know I was crying, and it's you can't do anything about that when consciousness is here, and you're gonna cry. It's a journey. I haven't been here in a while. I've been going through a spiritual awakening, and it's been one hell of a ride. And I kind of wanted to come back and explain how I was dealing with the guilt and the grievances that I talked about in part one prior to the storm, cutting us out. So I've been, like I was telling you guys earlier, I was using modalities where I'm in meditation and I'm able to transcend those emotions out into the universe and the cosmos, and they seem to just fall off your body like butter. Um, I know if I don't stay vigilant and conscious and be the constant observer and witness of myself, I think that a spiritual awakening could go two ways. You could. You could just cast it away, make it go away, ignore it, and be in denial and stay in a lower realm and continue suffering to the point that you may cause your body enough pain, discomfort, and disease that you prematurely age and pass away prior to an awakening. That would be very sad for me to see that happen to anyone. I fear that about my ex-husband, but I'm not in control. I don't have control, and that's what you learn during this is that you don't have control over anything or anybody but yourself, and you can only be responsible for yourself and no one else. And so I don't want to push a spiritual awakening away. I've always tried my best to walk a middle path and do right by people, places, and things. I have a bumper sticker that says I even break for squirrels. I get upset if people hit a rabbit on here on the ranch, or a squirrel or a deer, because I'm so attached to life and life's force. And I'm finding that through gratitude, because when you're spiritually awakened, I told you there's a sense of love and omnipresence like no other, and it will blow you away beyond belief, and you'll go, oh my God, I've been looking for that in all the wrong places, and it's right here in this space in my mind. So I think, hello. Oh, thank you. It's a little crocheted hat. I think I want to talk just a little tiny bit about some of the symptoms I've been having. I do believe that there are some telltale signs of symptoms when you have a spiritual awakening. You guys know I'm a Reiki practitioner. When I go to the circle, I've had two people now come into the circle that came that were for treatments, just to have some Reiki given to them. Hello, darling. Good to see you. And they said similar things that I said to you about going to bed and waking up and not knowing who they are. I've seen them since, and one is following the path of enlightenment, and the other has kind of pushed it away. And that's their right to do so. They think they're unconscious when they do stuff like that. She says she's awake, so I'm not sure. It's not my business. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help other human beings ascend. I can give the information, as lovingly and as graciously as I can without banging down my neighbor's door and judging anyone or hating anyone or creating an egoic self to create pain and suffering for another individual. I am walking that middle path of Buddhism. I'm not studying it. I don't think you need to study it. I think that your spiritual teacher is you. Uh, those are some of the symptoms I'm having, and your spiritual teacher is you because of the residual you will feel inside, the gut wrenching inner work you will do, the tears you will shed, the days you will go without food because you forget to eat or sleep. I went down to 113 pounds. Uh, uh, I literally feel like a metamorphosis is happening, like the fly, where he metamorphoses into a fly, except I'm metamorphosing into consciousness. And some of the things that happen to you that you experience in your physical body, psychological and mental processes are challenging at best, even gut wrenchingly difficult. And that's being kind. Uh, I've been on the floor in a fetal position, praying to God to either end my life or wanting to put a pistol in my mouth and end it myself because the pain was so bad. And when you get to that point of utter pain, the surrender will come. The willingness to surrender will come because you will get so sick and tired of sick and tired and sick and tired of the pain that it will come either that way or just because it comes at random and it's your time. That's how I wish mine came. I don't know. I guess I'll never know if it was random or if it was supposed to be there or if it was brought on because of the ultimate suffering that I was going through. Know this without a mistake. Other people, places, and things don't cause your suffering. They can cause you bodily suffering, harm, and psychological harm. They can do that. And they will do that if they're unconscious, but it will be by no knowing of their own or any fault of their own because they won't even know they're doing it. With the exception of the individuals I spoke about in the part one, pedophiles or something of that nature, I don't know. That's a whole different topic. The hardest thing is knowing which one is the residual and which one is an anger because someone is behaving unconsciously poorly or unethically that's causing me pain. When that pain arises, then I have to address it and stay vigilant. So those symptoms are, I think that they're going to be there until all the residual is gone. And I think even after that, life brings us challenges. Life brings us challenges for one reason: to learn, to grow, to ascend, to evolve, right? If you keep going, keep evolving, and you've learned this, you can close this cycle because with every death comes a new birth, right? I don't believe we were born into this world, or I believe we were born out of this world of consciousness. I believe in the Old Testament, it talks about in the third day where Jesus was talking to his disciples about saying he has to go back into the village, back into the disciples, and create more suffering so they would kill him so he could rise in consciousness. And he took on all our suffering for us. This consciousness is a presence. My friend, it's a presence you can't deny. It's a presence that is so blissful and so beautiful. I'm only 200 days in. They say, I don't know, maybe 5 to 7 years to fully complete the cycle of a spiritual awakening. I'm not sure if I buy that or if I don't buy that or if I believe it or don't believe it. I know this for a fact, though. I question everyone and everything. And if my body tells me emotionally that something's wrong and there's a back noise, a resonance that's going on, I'm going to find out what that resonance is. And this won't ever happen again to me, to where someone will deliberately create suffering to me, because I won't allow it. Right now, if you're conscious, you're not allowing it. If you're unconscious, you don't even know you're allowing it to happen. It's a paradox, oxymoron, but yet as simple as the nose on our face. I don't know where it's taking me. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going to live. I don't know what city I want to be in. But I know my journey will have everything to do with being a spiritual mentor for others to reach enlightenment. Does that mean writing? I'm already writing. Does it mean teaching videos? I'm already doing that. I'm not doing it. That's the whole thing. I'm not doing it. It's I'm sitting because I can't move to do anything, let alone brush my teeth. But when I talk about this or write about this, God just flows. Consciousness just flows through me. So I'm a conduit, a channel. I don't know. And it doesn't really matter if I know all the details right now. What matters is that I stay conscious and that I help other souls ascend to consciousness is the one gift, the one gift, my friends, that you can give yourself and you will never want for another thing in your life again. You'll have dreams, you'll have inspirations and creativity, and for the very first time in your life, you will have free will. You will no longer be run on an autopilot. The monkeys in your brain, the minions, chattering, chattering, and chattering, and chattering, telling you all kinds of stories that aren't even true. Such a conundrum. That's really what it is, a conundrum and a paradox. Thank you. Thank you. So, what I'm doing now is my daily activity pretty much consists of I get up in the morning. If consciousness is not waking me up at 2 in the morning, or 333, or 444, or 555 with synchronicities, because the angels and guides are trying to tell me something, I get up and I immediately have my, brush my teeth, grab my coffee, and I meditate for takes me about an hour to get where I need to be. Used to take me longer, but it only takes me an hour. Our autonomic nervous system is what wakes us up in the morning. Ask yourself 2 questions. Who's beating your heart for you? If you say it's your autonomic nervous system, who's taking care of your autonomic nervous system? Who's pumping the hormones through your body? The mind is not who you are. The ego is not who you are. The brain is a computer. The ego, I'm going to call it the virus, the background virus. And it can be used for your benefit or it can be used to your detriment while you're unconscious. Once you're conscious, it is used to your betterment of yourself, the collective, and society. What can be a better gift than that? Nothing. Nothing. You can't bottle it, you can't buy it, you can't steal it, you can't take it from someone, and you can't. That's why it doesn't matter if you're wealthy or rich or poor or have IQ or scholar or not educated at all. Doesn't matter. I'll read the comments when I come back, because it's hard to read that long of a comment. So I meditate in the morning about 1.5 to 2 hours. I generally have a meal because I'm trying to feed my soul. part of the suffering that humanity goes through is that we punish ourselves, and we punish ourselves repeatedly. And we can do it with all kinds of modalities: food, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, you name it. We could do it. Uh, so I'm learning to love myself every single day, do something that makes my soul sing. I take walks in nature. I'm very close to the birds and the animals here on the ranch. Hello. And I write. I'm trying to write. I sometimes get a paragraph of my book that I'm writing. Some days I only get a line, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you guys so, so much. Oh, you were excited? It's okay. So, I really want to say a couple things on the side note to meditate. Meditate if you can, and if it can only be for 5 minutes, that's okay. That's okay. Do it 5 minutes every day. And then if you can go 10 minutes, do it 10 minutes. And you'll notice that there's a lot of chattering, or the birds, or the neighbors, or the cars, or the horns, or the sirens. You'll hear all kinds of stuff. That's your ego trying to tell you, see, you can't quiet your mind. See, I'm telling you, you can't do it. Be conscious. Be conscious. Be the fighter that I know you guys are. God didn't put God put soldiers here, saviors. Because when you're awakened, you become a savior of God. You will no longer miss the mark. So stay vigilant. And how do you stay vigilant? Meditate. And people say, how do I meditate? I've never meditated. I'm not good at meditating. Mindful meditation is not take this cup and stare at this cup and say that's mindful. Mindful meditation to me is my breathing. There's a proper prana breathing that you do, that yogis do. I do a lot of yoga. You guys know that. And yogas and yogis do a prana breathing. When you take a deep breath in, your abdomen is out. When you inhale, your abdomen is in, you know. It's opposite from the way your fight flight breathing probably is right now, because you're on autopilot, right? If you can be mindful of your breathing, try to breathe the proper breathing techniques for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, whatever you can get through per day. Put on a music that you resonate with, that when you turn that music on, you are just in this little cloud of bliss somewhere up in the cosmos, because it's your favorite music and you resonate with it. Mine is all different kinds of music, and I do a lot of yogi and prana stuff and chakra stuff. So yours might be different. So I don't want to suggest those. Use what works for you as far as music or visual. But when they say mindful, mindful of your breathing. Very nice and slow. Make sure that you are expanding your abdomen when you inhale. When you exhale, you're sucking in your abdomen. That's the proper way to breathe. That will ignite the chakras in your body. If you do this breathing modification just for a few days, even 4 or 5 days, your autonomic nervous system will kick in, and you will stop breathing in a parasympathetic way, fight, flight, and you will begin to breathe normal. It's an autonomic response that will kick in. I noticed when I was living with my ex husband, I was breathing in an anxiety mode, fight, flight all the time. And I even said it to him on many occasions. I don't breathe like that anymore. That's mindful. I stay very mindful of that. Then get out in nature. Look at a tree, look at a bush, look at a hummingbird sitting on a rose petal. That rose petal is so fine and so light. And if God not feed that hummingbird on that petal, would he not feed you and your soul? I think he would. I think he would. I do that. I take a nice nature walk. I come back. I try to feed myself lunch because I can't do much more because I'm still kind of in this bubble. I think I'm in this encapsulated bubble, oh, that was so sweet. Thank you so much for that. That's so sweet. I feel like I'm in this encapsulated cocoon, if you will, and I'm turning into this butterfly. Because you have to remember, this happened to me March 28th, 2019. So the 28th will be 10 months. Not long, not long. And I feel I'm making progress. And some days I feel like I've made 20 million steps forward. And then the next day I'll get up and I'll feel like I'm making no progress forward and 30 steps backwards. And that's that residual I'm talking about. Okay? So don't worry about that residual. Every time that residual comes up, if you're aware, if you're any kind of awareness, and someone upsets you or creates pain to you and you feel it in your body and you start thinking that mental chatter, ask yourself, why am I having that emotion? What's creating that for me? Is that me? Or is that someone else doing that to me? If it's me and I learned that, I can learn now how to turn it off. I can show you the stop button. There's a stop button. I can show you the stop button. I can give you the modalities. I can show you what I'm doing, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. No one can do the work for you. You can't read a book and get it. You can't wish it or will it. That's why people that say, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire. You're never going to be a millionaire. Never. I want a spiritual awakening. I want a spiritual awakening. I want a spiritual awakening. You're never going to get one. You're never going to get something you're seeking. I reiterate to you, when this occurred to me, it occurred on my front porch during the spring equinox, and I wasn't seeking any spiritual awakening. I didn't even know they existed. Had no idea. Had no idea I was unconscious and contributing to my own suffering. So I applaud you. Please, please try. Try. God can't fault us for trying. God does not say, come to me perfect. He says, come to me as you are. Turn the other cheek. Sin not. Love thy neighbor, honor thy parents, right? All those things. Read some of the Old Testament if you can. I'm not religious, and so I don't know a lot of religious stuff. I just know the religious upbringing I was raised around, which was Christian. My father's American Indian, and I have that tradition. So there's a little mixture there going on. So I believe that with this paradigm shift, with this new age of Aquarius, I waited until the lunar eclipse was over and the moon had gone into Libra, where the scales are being equal. They're leveling out. And I believe the scales are adjusting because the yin and the yang energy in our universe, in our paradigm, we are no longer in the 3D. I literally feel, like I told you with those hands, that I'm being pulled up, literally pulled up to the sky, and you can feel it. So when I tell you this is not a form, this is not a form that you can look at. It's not something you can touch. It's not something you can literally, I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that. It's not a form. It's not a physical form. It is a feeling of omnipresence, of unconditional love, and the utmost peace and bliss you will ever experience it. And you do not have to do anything except be willing to surrender to consciousness. That's the gift of life. Have you not said to yourself, why am I here? Is this it? Is there not anything more? Why does the same stuff keep happening to me over and over and over and over again? Take a different perspective. Look at it in a different way. And that's why I do my divinations and tarot cards, because it allows me to look at my situations from all different angles. If I can help in any way, reach out to me. I want to share this as I'm going through it because I know there's some books out there on what spiritual awakenings are. And I think Eckhart Tolle even has some great books out. I don't have any of his in front of me because I'm not able to read them. Oh, you did? See, that's beautiful. And I think that's another important key to point out is that humanity's in the grips of suffering. And our young is our future. And if we have young walking around unconscious, can you imagine where humanity's going? So I applaud you guys. Please just try. God doesn't fault us for trying. Faith without works is dead. I don't know where these fucking sayings are coming from. Sorry, God. I don't. I went to Sunday school and my parents didn't go. And I was taught a Catholic Christian religion and a Protestant or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know where these statements are coming from. Okay? Some I had to look up and some I'm going to continue looking up as I'm writing because I'm bringing my story to a paper. I'm going to put it in a book and I'm going to share it. Hello. And I'm going to share it with people and places and things because I have a moral responsibility. Not to save humanity. I have a moral responsibility to myself to assist and do my part. That's my soul's purpose. That's my soul's purpose, and I'm going to honor my soul, and I don't care. Judge and be judged, right? So, I wanted to come back and tell you I love you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for your patience with my channel. If you're not subscribed, why the hell not? Get on over there. Hit that subscribe. Share the video. Comment down below if your soul has a question. Please, please, please ask. Hi, Lobo. Welcome, my friend. So good to see you. I'm so happy to see you, Lobo. You want a soap update? Okay. You got it. I'll get you a soap update. Hey there. So, sorry guys, when consciousness is here, the tears come and they're happy tears. They're tears of joy and happiness and I'm vibrating like I should be electrocuted right now, and I've got all this energy coming through me and this warmth and this love, and so I know I'm doing what God's telling me to do. I'm standing in my truth, and my story is not so important. How I got here is not so important. Because, like I said, sometimes it takes a village of shit to get us where we are or where we need to be, right? Keep trudging the middle road, my friends, my lovely, lovely souls. I will be putting up one video a week, hopefully. That's my intention. As the energy shifts, sometimes, some days I can't get out of bed, and I'm lucky to eat one meal a day or get off the park bench or the porch in meditation. It's like I'm glued to the chair. I can't explain it. So I'm doing the videos and I'm writing as quickly as I can. And I'm still dealing with some of the extenuating circumstances in my environment. But again, the story is irrelevant. The consciousness is what's key. That's what I want you guys to remember. The stories are irrelevant. Everyone has one. Just ask them. They'll tell you their story and who did it to them. And I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing with them because I had my own. So I love you all so, so much. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. I'm still soaping, like I said. I'm going to bring you an update. I have the kitties done, the Orange Cat Cafe. I'm doing her coffee soap probably tonight, so I maybe do a video for that for you guys. I've got her espresso coffee. I'm trying to use all her local products because I think soaps coming from local vendors in the area that grow natural, organic, pet-friendly, sustainable products is beautiful. It helps the community grow, helps small businesses grow, and it allows people to use really organic, beautiful medication for the things that ail them and make them feel better. So it's a win-win on both sides. If you guys are interested in getting any of my products, just let me know. My website is down because I'm having this stuff going on and I've just not been able to monitor it. But I am still doing some stuff on Instagram and I'm trying to post the pictures as I can. My intention is to open up a healing center so where I can have all my products and teach at the same time and do my Reiki. Hopefully, God willing, and I know it will come. It'll be on my home property right outside my back door. So I have a goal, I have a dream, and I'm inspired. And I'm just trying to get my body, my mind caught up to what's happened to me. And that takes time. Healing does not happen overnight, even in Reiki. When I do the pets with murmurs or tendonitis or something like that, or cataracts, it takes 3 months and then you see all of a sudden it disappears. So it's universal energy and it's not mine, it's God's. And I'm just being used as a conduit to share it with you lovely souls. So once a week, I'm going to try and put one up. I'll do some soaping and some other videos for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for that super chat. That was so, so sweet. So sweet. Not necessary, but very, very grateful and humbled by it. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. I hope to see you guys very, very soon. What's today? See, I don't even know what today is. Today, Friday or Thursday? Somebody please tell me. See, I don't know. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what day it is because time is is not time. Time is a construct, a man-made construct someone made. Oh, it's Thursday. Okay. Oh, it's Thursday. Okay. Oh, well, I wasn't that far off. I think it's Friday in Australia, though. I wasn't that far off. James, my lovely, I'm wearing this beautiful, beautiful bracelet and this beautiful uh, um, what is this amethyst that you sent me from Australia. Please watch for your package. Doc Wiggler, your package is also on the way. I love you guys so, so much. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Leslie. Oh my God, I miss Leslie. So you guys, please share the videos because you don't know who's looking. You don't know who's been awakened and you don't know who's suffering by themselves. I've been suffering for 10 months with no one to help me find the answers and no way to get them because there are not many souls awakened around me. And so, if you know someone who needs this information, or even if you don't, please share the videos 1 and 2. All the Cracked Wide Open videos will be under Cracked Wide Open. The other videos will go under the other listings. Those things have not fallen away. Cannabis is a God given plant. My products are all organic, pet friendly, and sustainable, earth sustainable. I grow my own vegetables in the garden. I'm a Reiki practitioner with universal healing. I don't think God is having a problem. Everything in moderation, right? Otherwise, it would fall away. It would not serve me, and it would create harm to me and others, and God would not have that. I love you guys so much. Namaste.